All the episodes were locked. Everything. Everything! Hey y'all, what up? It is I, Ty, your chaotic Goodie-Good, and welcome back to my channel. And ignore this. I might end up cropping this out. I'm in the process of changing out my winter summer clothes, so it's a bit of a mess. So we're gonna ignore that that's there. And I want to give y'all some updates. So, as you know, for the past few weeks, I had been doing episode rewatches and commentary for the web series That Guy, which originally aired from 2012 till maybe around 2015, I think, which had 3 seasons, a movie, and a spinoff series, which I was going to cover all of it on this channel this year. And I sat down, I was in my workspace, and I have a TV in my workspace, and I said, okay, I already knew when I go home, I'm going to film, my rewatch for the next episode. But in the meantime, while I'm here, let me just throw on some Black and Sexy TV. I'll watch one of the other series, and I go turn on the app, and all the episodes were locked. Everything. Everything. Give me a minute.
Oh my God.
Oh, why is this making me emotional? Okay. Everything. All the That Guy episodes, the That Guy movie, the spinoff Finding Nia, locked. Roomy Lover Friends, locked. Hello Cupid, locked. Chef Julian, locked. The number, locked. Everything was inaccessible. So I go to my app on my phone because I'm like, no. Locked. Everything's locked. Everything's locked. You can't play anything. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? I get home. I pull up the website. The website you can't even access. I go to the App Store thinking, okay, maybe it just needs an update. It's not available in the App Store. What's happening? Why? Why is this happening right now? I've had access to this content since they started Black and Sexy TV with their own entity, because they used to have some of their content on YouTube and then they moved on to their own channel, their own app. I've always had access, even when they weren't creating content consistently, because Black and Sexy really hasn't been consistent since before the pandemic, but the content was always there. And I know I'm not alone in going back and rewatching the series over and over because they were that good and because everything's connected. I remember one day like writing down everything that comes in order, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to watch all the series in order. And it's locked. It's not available. I go to Black and Sexy's Instagram page because somebody's still running it. It's still there. And I send them a DM. What's going on? I comment on their last photo that they posted. And I said, hey, I can't access the stuff. What's going on? What are you guys doing? I'm charged $59.99 annually for my subscription to Black and Sexy TV. Even after all these years of inaction, I still loyally subscribe to that channel because the content is that good. And I think I became emotional because not only, because, oh no, I was watching this series on my channel, blah, blah, blah. Okay, content is one thing. I can always pull and find content from other sources, even though this does suck. But I think why I got emotional is because during the dawn of Black web series, like maybe starting around 2010, 2011, 2012. The very first web series I ever came to like know and love was The Misadventures of Awkward Black Girl, starring Issa Rae, created by Issa Rae. And we've seen where her career has gone. And what I loved was us being able to tell our own stories. Because even now, you see what's happening with a lot of these Black stories that are on these channels, that are on these streaming platforms, and they get canceled after one season. So what I liked about web series is, okay, we're going to take our resources, we're going to take our cameras, we're going to hire on a bunch of our friends, we're going to go to this location, we got to hook up over here, and we're going to write our scripts, and we're just going to do our thing. As a community, as a people, as a network, we're going to tell our own stories about love, about dating, about life, about living, about working, about hopes and aspirations, about being a woman, about being a man, about being a parent, whatever it was. I loved us telling our stories. And that's why I really gravitated towards the medium of web series. And they had really blown up around that time. You know, of course, I had brought y'all First. And the creators of First, Jamelia Yarbrough and her husband, just won an award for the movie spinoff of the series that they started, or that Jamelia started before she met her husband, and then they made the movie together. That guy, who I have sung the praises of, Janine Daniels, the creator of that guy, and who also plays Dion, she's gone on to write for amazing shows, including Snowfall. And so for the Black and Sexy website and apps to not be working right now, and I don't have access to these stories, to these characters that I have grown to really love over all these years. When I tell you, I revisit the series every year, the ones that really resonated with me, like Hello Cupid, Sexless, That Guy. I revisit those every year. And so for it to not be accessible, it just pains me. Like, the website is just completely gone, which is how I was watching it, like on the computer. The app, like I had the app on my Roku TV in my kitchen and on the Roku at my office space. So when you go to the app, the stuff still pulls up, but everything's locked. When I go to the app on my phone, everything pulls up, it's just locked. I'm supposed to be charged next month for my subscription. I'm going to see if it goes through. I'm going to eat that $60 because I want to see if it goes through. Because one thing I also noticed was, even though most everything is locked, I did notice some things were still unlocked. So like early episodes of certain series seem to be unlocked. I don't know what that means. This is my hope. My hope is that Black and Sexy TV are in the middle of revamping and reworking the site and bringing new content. Because in their heyday, y'all, oh, you just had to be there. Black and Sexy was everything in their heyday. When they were bringing out all these different shows and they had a schedule. It was a streaming service, pretty much. And they haven't had consistent content over the past few years. I know, unfortunately, there seemed to be a falling out between the creators of Black and Sexy TV, which is really unfortunate. But my hope is that this is not the end of Black and Sexy TV. My hope is that You know, they just temporarily pulled everything down or locked everything so that they could, you know, revamp and beta test their new website and however that looks. And then they'll come back with a new website, but still having access to all the old content, but also bringing some new web series and some new stories to the platform. That is my hope. That is my prayer. Because it's just too good to just not have it be available at all. I know some of the series are available on other streaming platforms. I know the Sex List, Chef Julian, Stacy and Olita, Wendy plus Julian, that whole, you know, bundle, those are available on Tubi. But even then, it's not the same. Tubi doesn't edit it the way that it's originally edited on Black and Sexy TV, where it makes sense. I don't know what the hell Tubi did when they got their hands on it. And then I believe Roomy Lover Friends was on BET at some point, so they may be on BET Plus. Or I don't know if Black and Sexy TV sold all their shows to other streaming networks. Maybe. I just wish they would have gave us a heads up. Those of us who are still loyal, who still follow the content, who still revisit the shows and still comment on it. For those of us who are watching the shows for their channel and bringing a new audience to the platform, I pray for our sake that we get some clarity on what's going on. So when it comes to me doing that guy, y'all, I don't know what to tell you. Until I understand what's happening with Black and Sexy TV and until the content is unlocked, I won't be able to bring any episodes. I thought about reaching out to Janine Daniels, who is the creator of that guy directly, but I don't want to bother her. I don't want to bother her with that. I know she went through a lot with Black and Sexy TV. I don't want to, for my own reasons, bring that kind of stress back onto her doorstep. So, you know, I'm just going to let it be and just hope and pray that they bring the content back so I can continue watching that guy on this channel. But in the meantime, I will be putting out some more content. Like, you know, Chaotic Goodie-Good is still Chaotic Goodie-Good. I'm still going to be giving y'all some content. I've got some podcast episodes coming up because have y'all seen Sinners? I will be nerding out over Sinners. So I got some podcast episodes coming up. I have an unboxing video that I still need to edit. I have some behind the scenes figurine making that is going to be put out. And I'm still going to be rewatching and reviewing things. It just won't be that guy. So I may look into watching something else in the interim. I'll let y'all know when I figure out what that is, because this has really thrown off my schedule, and it's all right. We recalibrate and we bob and weave through life and we figure out what we got to do next. So just hang in there. Thank y'all for stopping by. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends, share my videos, leave me comments. Please be respectful. And if you are Black and Sexy TV, ¿qué pasa? Please let us know what's going on. A lot of us have loved and supported y'all for years and will continue to do so, whether you put out new content or not, because what y'all have is gold by itself. But let us know what's going on. You can't just leave us hanging, okay? All right. With that said, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.